What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, November 4th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman, only place you're getting updates to my sims as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite and least favorite contenders are for today's slate. And finally, shout out to PrizePicks for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get a 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100. Now, we are rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Devin Booker, Joel Embiid, Saddiq Bey, Bam Adebayo, and Kevin Porter on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm going to Anthony Davis. Great matchup here against Oklahoma City. Power forward, center eligible. They don't really have anybody to slow him down. He's 10,300, projected for 50.5. The goal is about 59, and he is in the optimal lineup 24% of the time. I gave AD 35 minutes, 1.44 fantasy points per minute in this spot against OKC. Pace neutral, 28% usage, 25.5 points, 11 boards, 3 assists, 3+ stocks. If I'm getting to anyone from the Lakers on DraftKings today, AD is my priority. Staying in the same game, but switching over to Oklahoma City, shooting guard, small forward eligible Josh Giddey. Now, for one, guard, forward, utility, shooting guard, small forward. He's got the best eligibility you can find. He's 5,800, projected for 32.5. The goal is just 39.7, and he is in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. He's playing 30 minutes regularly. I got him in for 31. He's been a fantasy point per minute guy so far this season. 19% usage, 11, 7, and 6 as just a baseline projection. I think there's some upside here, but it's also a pace up spot for OKC. They gained 2.8 possessions over their average. That's pretty important for Giddey and for, honestly, everybody on OKC. But right now, that MPE and that salary makes Josh Giddey number 4. Time to get into the Suns. So at number 3, I've got center JaVale McGee, 3,900. I've got him projected for 29 fantasy points. The goal is 32, and he's in the optimal lineup 32% of the time. My assumption is that DeAndre Ayton does not play. I gave JaVale McGee 23 minutes, 1.25 fantasy points per minute in this spot, 22% usage, 11 and 10 as a baseline projection. So right at the double-double mark, plus 2.5 stocks. Massive pace up spot for Phoenix against Houston, 3.6 possessions over their average, and Houston's not very good to begin with. This is an amazing spot for JaVale. If he starts, I love him. If he's coming off the bench, I don't think it's crazy to still go to him. I might have him slightly lower, but I like him either way tonight so long as Ayton is out. Next up at number 2, I'm going to Mikal Bridges. He's got shooting guard, small forward eligibility, and is just 5,100. So the best you can hope for, shooting guard, small forward, guard forward utility, 5,100, 31.5 fantasy point projection. Only looking for 36.5 as the goal. That's a 35% chance. Plays monstrous minutes, 34. I got him at over 0.9 fantasy points per minute in this spot. 16 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, a steal, a block. And that same matchup that JaVale has, huge pace up spot against a really bad Houston team. This is a great spot for Bridges because of his positioning. I think he works really well in pay up, or in, what's the word that I'm looking for? What's it called? Stars and scrubs. It took me a little bit there. Mine isn't working as well as I would like it to. That's what happens when you don't get enough sleep. Mikal Bridges works great in a stars and scrubs build in the mid tier, or if you're just going super balanced. I'm not cutting any of that, by the way. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Please follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. It helps me out tremendously. I like seeing it climb because we are dangerously close to 20,000 followers. Please let me know in the comment section who your favorite and least favorite contenders are, and then go check out the presenting sponsor of this show. That would be PrizePicks. Make sure you're using that promo code Awesemo when you sign up. Closing it out at number 1 with Frank Kaminsky. Again, I'm assuming DeAndre Ayton doesn't play. I've got Kaminsky in for 25 minutes. Mileage may vary. You got to make sure you know who's starting. If JaVale is starting, you bring down Frank's minutes a little bit. Still a great value. Power forward and center eligible. 3,500. Projected for 28. The goal is just 30 at this price tag. Again, 41% likelihood to be in the optimal. That's at 25 minutes, so be aware. 1.1 fantasy points per minute in this spot. 11 points, 7.5 boards, 2.5 assists, a stock and a half. It's all looking good for value from Phoenix if Ayton is out. And since a lot of people are going to ask, I have no issue playing Frank Kaminsky and JaVale McGee in the same lineup. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Thursday, November 4th. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere. Make sure you check it out. I'll be back later today on the deeper dive at 5 p.m. with Adam Scher breaking down each game. Win some money tonight, everybody. Good luck.